Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Ava Novus Creative Stream. My name is Dan. We're getting started kind of late here. There's an appointment that I was at and didn't get home on time. Sorry about that. This is our 11 a.m. Pacific Time live stream. I do feel very bad that we're starting late on this, but we'll get started here and make sure that we get done. Just getting some stuff up. Again, if you're new here, we are broadcasting on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Mixer. Unfortunately, Mixer looks like it's down today. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to be operating on Wonderdraft today. Wonderdraft, excuse me. And we're going to make a new map. We're actually kind of planning on... We're going to make this 4,000. And then we're going to make this 3,000. Oh, you know what? Let's just do the settings here. Oh, that's 4K. Okay. Yeah, let's make this a little bigger. We are using a commercial license of Wonderdraft, if there's any questions. And we are just going to get started here. All right. First of all, we're going to change our theme into something a little more useful. Theme today is something I really like is this Eastern theme. We're going to apply that really quick. And we are just going to get going here. First thing we're going to do is we're going to map out the large area of land. To do that, we start with our land brush. We just get going here. This map specifically is for a challenge the Avant Novus community is currently going to probably start on. We're actually going to be making a larger map based on... Basically, I'm going to make this map, pass it off to someone, and they're going to continue this map on wherever they want. So I'm going to be focusing on a lot of fun little areas that someone could potentially do. Let's go ahead and this size a little bigger on this. Again, with Wonderdraft, I start out pretty big and then I shrink it down. Otherwise, it takes a long time. I wasn't expecting this map like this, so let's go ahead with a jutting island peninsula, make it kind of really interesting. Come up here. Again, I'm just freehanding this, doing whatever I feel, making sure it feels good. That's probably large. And we don't want a dead center, so we're going to edit some of this out. Yeah, we're going to want to get rid of this stuff. Maybe make some islands. There we go. Right now I'm just checking on the stream. One moment here, sorry about that. All right, just making our lives, making sure that we record onto YouTube because it saves a file. Just want to make sure that's up and running. Make kind of crazy old peninsula here. It goes up like this. That's kind of fun. Maybe we'll do kind of a Grecian thing. Maybe we'll make kind of a straight here. Ships have to go through. Yeah, and we start big, and we'll edit down to small. I'm going to take my time on this map. relatively. Gonna try to get done with this in about an hour. Later today, we have some ZBrush work that we're going to do. We're also going to work on our big campaign map. Maybe there's an inland sea there. Someone else decide in our community group. Oh, I do not like that. I like the inland sea. Maybe we'll just connect these two. There we go. Maybe I have a third little something something up here. There we go. And something there. I don't like that. We want in these areas here and up here and here to be kind of vague. That way it gives narrators or people that are running RPGs a chance to make up their own stories outside the confines of the map. I know sometimes with role-playing games or stuff like that, you want to kind of keep in bounds, and it kind of restricts a little bit of creativity. I kind of don't like that. All right, let's go in. We're going to now reduce this with our eraser. All right. Holding Control to zoom down. Let's not zoom down all the way yet. Let's get this. Let's see. That works. Let's kind of get in here and actually start making some cooler parts here. Kind of do little squiggles. Keep it in mind areas where there might be rivers that come out and erode the land. What we'll do is we'll use this brush at 70 pixels to kind of get this done. Right in there. Same thing over here. And right now we're just focusing on adding things onto this map. And say I start this at 322. Excuse me. 1122. And a couple maybe little islands in here too. You have kind of this inland sea thing going on. I do want to connect it outside of this, so I'm just trying to find a good point to connect that to. Now I'm just running my brush over little things here. There we go. Over here, same thing. Same thing over here. All right, let's go ahead and maybe we'll detail this area a little bit more. And over here, kind of got it's like someone screaming. We got a tangent here that I really don't like. So let's start there to get rid of that. Again, holding Control, zooming in. Using our eraser brush. Getting up in there, pulling that down. See the automatic texturing in automatic theming in Wonderdraft that I really like. Makes the program really easy, so you can focus on land masses and other things. Make kind of a funky island down here. Scale, I'm not too sure on this yet. Something I kind of don't like with Wonderdraft is you have to take your cursor on the other side of the screen. Let's get this back. Zoom out. And don't like that. So we'll just undo most of that. Come through here. What we're doing is we're breaking up these shapes that our mind kind of zips over to. There. Part of the being a human is, I forgot the term, but it's when you start seeing faces or other stuff, or goes into our symbol language that we start seeing faces and other stuff and what we're doing. And kind of don't want that. Okay, well, let's keep going here. Oops, looks like my brush. Should get size there. Which is, you know, texturing is really cool. Let's actually zoom out so we kind of get a feel of this whole thing. Kind of wanting that little split. Maybe like Africa and Asia, the good old Gibraltar. Now I don't want a straight line, so I'm actually creating, chopping up some area down here. It's like the land here flooded. You know, you can make up any story you want there. It's part of the joys of making maps. You just kind of do what you want there. Starts making a story. So here, this was a large dried out river valley. We'll go with that. Maybe over time, the whatever world this heated up, ocean levels rised, or maybe it cooled down. Maybe this is the only temperate zone left in the world. And we're gonna splice this little island together. And again, it's whatever you feel like doing. Get rid of that. Come up here. Cut that out. Again, what we're doing is we're focusing primarily on just kind of cutting stuff out, defining our shape language a little better. Then we're down here. It's good like this. Now we have another island right here. Actually, I kind of like this. Like that little island there. Kind of chilling. Put something in there. Get rid of that there. There we go. Hope everybody's had a good week. We're broadcasting this on Monday. And feel free to join anytime for our streams. We are on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, and all that. Later tonight, we will be working on our big campaign map for the Alban Novus role-playing game. Title that still hasn't been announced, but we'll get to it sooner or later. Let's kind of come up here. All right. Now, we want to get rid of these little bumps and stuff. So the way I'm going to do that, see how it kind of looks very rounded? We're going to zoom in, and we're going to put our roughness up, brush size down. Now what I'm focusing on here is just the edges. See right here, if I try to fill in all this, it takes a lot of time. So for the smaller parts of this land, I'm going to be using, we're just going to make an outline, kind of doing reverse of what we did when starting this map. And it's just a matter of cutting away and cleaning up stuff. Just like that. Also, we want to keep in mind that we want this to be a standalone map. It'll be fun in our little community. It's the Ava Novus community on Facebook. A bunch of members there, good people. And again, we're just roughing up this area here. Also, if you're using Wonderdraft, there's a great resource online. There's a lot of users that make custom content. We're not using any of those, because for any of these tutorials or anything we're doing on this channel, I want to focus on doing stuff that is right out of the box. One of our community members has been with us almost since day one. James Lucas pointed this out. And I'll put a link into the bottom of the description, so you guys can check out some of that. That's it now. Have a look at this. Alright, we're getting there, we're getting there. Again, we're kind of focusing on some stuff like that. Apologies to one of our members. We are going to be doing some of these tutorials with sound, with a little music in the background, because it keeps me sane. We had a couple of doctor's appointments and a couple of scheduling things that made the stream a little late, about a half hour late. So if you're watching this on stream, I do apologize. All right. There you go. Brush size. Brush size a little. I'm just using the scroll function on my mouse to do that. Just reaching over and grabbing it. So, okay, we're getting there. Let's go ahead and fill those in. We're at a brush tool. We're just gonna sneak up on that. Maybe reduce the size a little bit. The brush tool is actually, you throw it down and it's automatically there. The increased land size that we're doing all those details with. We gotta be careful. That one is really a fine tool. This is not. This is just grab and go. But as you can see, we're getting the basic. Creates a really great dither with that increased the land tool that I really, really like. Something, if you're trying to create a height map off one of these maps, you can go do is just use that tool and you can get some really cool height maps. One of our good friends, I'll get a link down. Does some really good videos. The reason I mentioned that is I'd like to give him a really big shout out. Get some more of this down here. Some more of this down here. And again, our site language we're focusing on is one of kind of makes something really interesting to the eye and kind of crazy. So your eye has to travel around it. Actually, over here, I'm going to redo some stuff. Yeah, we got something cool there. That's pretty cool. I just connect these on the bottom. This is a little busy, and that's fine. That's absolutely fine. Right now, I just did raise the size of this tool. It's not giving me the exact control I want, but it's gonna do what I need it to. We're just gonna run this across the bottom of it for time restraints. The reason we do these maps in an hour is so if you're a narrator or a game master or anything like that, one of the wonderful things about Wonderdraft, it allows you to just sit down and bust something out real quick. Not only something really quick, but it really makes it look nice. It's almost unfair if you're using like Photoshop or ArtRage or the GIMP software to create something like this. It's just so versatile and it just gets the job done so fast. We're connecting a couple things over here just so it makes it a little more dynamic. Maybe we got a little inlet there. I'm just following the outlines of these. Apparently I'm starting to lose my voice. So that means we have to do this really quick. Sponsor me. Okay, we're back into it. And again, just throwing that there. We're actually thinking of doing a Facebook marathon of all our YouTube videos. We're just checking to see if Facebook will allow that. So we like following the rules unless they're stupid. Then we have a right to break those rules. Got a couple people on Twitch coming on. Welcome to the stream. I'm Dan. This is a little map making, a little relaxing. Again, we'll increase the size of that. We're just making some islands in some areas. Just going in and helping that brush, making this a little more interesting. Break up those really curved areas. There we go. I've also experimented with some dungeon making software. I really want to get into that and show what you can do. There's just software available on Steam. One of which I have to wait for the commercial license to go on sale. The reason I'm doing that is because since I'm broadcasting this off a channel, I am a company, and as a company, we're out to make money. We want to make sure that we have a commercial license. It's a little pricey, so I'm going to be saving up some money. There we go. Come up in here. Let's actually get rid of that island. We just want one of those features. Now, I've got kind of a tangent going on right in this area. So we're going to break that up by going up or down. No, Siri, we don't want to wake you up. Unless you're Apple and really like map makers, then oh, Siri, you're the best. Sponsor us. I'll regret that later, still. Might just be old, but I really don't like automated software that it responds. Well, this is technically the same thing, but a little bit different. Yeah, let's have a look at that. We're getting there. Kind of got this weird little dither effect that's making it kind of 3D. I don't. And that's from this brush. Let's go ahead and change some attributes. I do that because I want to kind of mix up how the land looks. Let's actually connect these islands here. Get these. Sorry, just check the Discord. We just got a Discord thing. Cool, cool, cool. All right, we're back into it. We do have our own Discord server on our community, just for people to hang out, talk about map making, game building, world building. Answer a couple questions. We got some Q&As. Actually, I think we're going to do just a video. Landmass wizard. Ooh. Haven't noticed that before. Once we get this map done, we'll play with that. That sounds fun. Again, connecting everything. Oh, connecting some things. We'll draw the little island channels next. And then coming in on these land masses here. Got no really rhyme or reason for this. I'm just putting pen to drawing pad and just going for it. I think with maps that's kind of fun because I'm already getting the kind of ideas and stories. Usually when I'm doing a map, I'll like freehand for no purpose than just doing the map. There we go. We're close. We're almost done here with this, and then we'll go in and start carving out inlets and carving out some more stuff. Again, it's just how I work. Go big, go small, go big, go small. Once we have the shape of the land, which will always take longer than anything else. The reason I spent so much time is, again, that language that we all are used to. The normal fantasy maps nowadays are pretty much, we use the site language created by J.R. Tolkien Jr.'s wonderful map in Lord of the Rings. So, okay, we're getting there. Okay, let's go ahead and we're going to make this brush size a little big. Roughness we're going to put up really high. Again, on any of these parts, we're just going to cut right in. Looks like there's an island area. Yeah, let's do an island map. Oh, that's cool. Well, I'm just going to cut this place up too. Really like the subtract tool in Wonderdraft. Yeah, we're getting a lot of little islands there. Maybe there's a Greek. Yeah, let's say there's a Greek place. A little sword and sandal thing going on there. It's a genre that I absolutely adore. That and diesel punk. Not steampunk. Steampunk definitely does have its place. But I like diesel punk a lot better. An interesting discussion the other day online about Fallout. that first and foremost has a very much a, you know, after the apocalypse feel. However, there's a question of if what the genre is. It's a question of it's diesel punk or something like that, or it's a punk in general. My 2 cents on it, and please disagree with me if you want to, is Fallout is actually what we refer to as cassette punk. Because the primary means of the technology is based on cassettes and also the 1950s. So technically it would fall in the bounds of definition of quote quote, I guess, era punk, or, you know, something like that. Because you have the 1950s that you're combining along with a number of other things. Let's check that out. Okay, let's do it. Let's really get into these islands and carve them up. Then what I'm going to do off the coast, I'm just going to kind of pull. Is that detail? I'm going from the sea inland, creating these little natural features to make it a lot more interesting. We're going to really rough this map up. This probably owes us money, dang it. Alright. That's good. Let's just continue on doing that. I'm just going to increase the size of this because I'm really liking this brush. I'm just going to run it right through areas like this. Getting away with some of the things that I'm doing. We're going to focus on islands. Halfway through this is going to be a sword and sandal, or a, let's say, diesel punk world. Maybe that's why no, there's some type of warning, maybe greenhouse effect. Usually my personal preference is to stay away from islands, because if I'm drawing a map, I always forget them. Then I have to go back all these steps and, you know, get it in there and fix it. But in this case, we're gonna do some islands. Now with islands, you really don't want to keep them. In my personal opinion, you don't want to keep them the same size because it looks funny. So what we're going to do is we're going to go in, find any little island that resembles something else we've done. Like right here, these islands here are about the same size. So we're going to jump in there. To be 100% honest with you guys, I posted a video last night about what you know, channel update, and made some commitments. We usually do this at noon Pacific time, but we're doing this to 11 Pacific time. Let's really cut into this. That's cool. Got this big landmass. What we're going to do, this landmass is the primary. Let's cut some of these down. You know, this is the primary dominating area where the biggest cities are. Apparently I want a lot more islands, a lot bigger islands. There we go. Get all up in there. I don't know, maybe this is like where I'm from. There's this large area called the Great Basin, and all signs point to when the world was a lot wetter, and even a lot harder, the entire area was flooded. So you got this really cool valleys, and you got these really cool other things in there. Oh, look at that. That's nice. These other islands here. Maybe these... Oh, I've got a really cool idea. I'm just going to use this map maybe on Friday. I'm using Wednesday. And we're going to do that pre-apocalyptic. Okay, maybe this is when all the bad stuff happened. There we go. Down here. So what you're seeing here is the basic landmass. We're really going to work on this. No, online tabletop, I really... Sorry about that. So, absolutely my bad on that. Online Tabletop is an amazing artist. Please, please, please check out his channel. Just look up online-tabletop.com on YouTube. And the stuff he's doing he uses actual height maps, creates the brushes in there, and uses them in Photoshop. It is most excellent. Okay, we're going back with the brush size here. I'm going to drop the roughness a little. Going to add some little incursions into the area. Yeah, it's my wife has had she didn't realize it because she flosses every day and, you know, takes care of her teeth. But apparently there's something on some floss. She was flossing her tooth and something got in there and created an abscess. So it has not been a fun weekend for her. And I've been worried about her. So there's been a lot of late nights, not a lot of other crazy things. That's why we're a little late today by a half hour. I got something cool going on here. Let's increase the size of some of these. In chat, you get to decide the temperature of this. What are we looking at with this map? Hot, cold, temperate. Your choice, and we will draw it. Again here. Oh, let's connect this area. I know I've erased and going back, but it's just a matter of... So I look at that. Nope, don't like that. Yeah, no, it is now, as of this moment with the stream, it is now noon Pacific time. I wanted to get started at 11. I actually posted that on the videos, but the Facebook group I messed up. And I said 12 o'clock my time, which is Mountain Standard. So, yeah, I've just been messing everything up today. That's okay. I hope the Alpha Novus community forgives me a little bit for that. All right, we got kind of something cool here. So let's go ahead and jump and start. Let's start culling things. Let's check our themes, though. Let's see if there's another theme we want. Like the feudal theme. Ooh, that's kind of cool. Let's go with something else. Yeah, let's go with that thing. I like that thing. All right, we're into it. We're going to be taking our color brushes. Let's go ahead and hit our... Going with your Greek. Going with the kind of sword and sandal. We're just going to jump in here really quick. We're going to start coloring our outside where the water is. It's also going to determine where mountains and everything else is. So we'll just put that there. Yes, the normal stream schedule will be starting at 11 a.m. Pacific time. All my buddies are from Europe, apparently. And we've got requests for that. Kind of start a little earlier. Tabletop, online tabletop, does that work for you? Is that good for your schedule? Again, I'm willing to move. Stiff. Then later at nights or early in the morning for some people, I will be streaming all week long different projects. Me and the other owner of the company sat down and just said, you know, we're doing stuff, and part of our Ava Novus is about the community and sharing with the community. So we also want to try and build the channel and the other things we're doing. So if we're creating anything for products or games and anything, we'll share that with the community, tell them how we can do it, how they can do it. Now, I'm going a little bit nuts on opacity. Creating some really hard lines. What we'll do with that is, oh yeah, that's right. Online Tabletop's going to Spain. He's a photographer and designer, graphic designer, apparently a fashion designer too. Oh my. There's decay there. It's okay to be decay. In there. Come up here. Double check everything. All right. We're not going to go. We're going to drop the opacity of this brush. We're going to create this dither. Really gonna. Nope. Let's go back to this really soft brush. Just making little circles in the area. Kind of see where the higher the landforms are, the lower it is. Then we go back to that shape language. Yeah, I'm going to be live. I'll post it on the Facebook group, and also if I stream at any time, I'll throw it up on Twitter. And again, you guys are going to see a lot more streams on Twitter and Twitch and stuff like that, so that Facebook's not flooded with, oh, I'm live. I will probably not announce those on Facebook. I might. But I will definitely put it on Twitter, and I'm going to create a separate playlist for random creative sprees. So we got some cool stuff we're working on. Again, we'd like the audience participation on where we're going. Back to the map. Again, I'm using that opacity to create valleys and other things like that. I think where stuff should be. Used up about a half hour of our time right now for a map a minute. A map in an hour. There we go. A little more there. Yeah, I'm taking a look at that. Let's go ahead and make our higher areas. I'm going to go with this deep brown. And just kind of throw it in the middle there. Again, keeping the opacity really low. Like that. You know what? Let's put the mountains in first. This will give us some scale. Then we go symbols. Oh, hold on. Once again, we're heading into the Dr. Pepper portion of the show. sponsor us. Or send a cease and desist. Either way, I'm happy. Well, not really happy with cease and desist, but, you know. Okay, we're going to go to our overlays with mountains. Ooh, they've got some new stuff. We got some cloudage. I didn't know they'd done stuff. That is just splendid. We're going to go with these hand-drawn ones, these maps over here, because I really generally like these. We're going to keep that about 50%. Yeah, let's go a little lower. Yes, I can actually do that. Are you talking about the ArtRage maps? Just had a question if we can keep it real world. We're just going to come up here, hit some other stuff right here. I usually use ArtRage for the realistic looking maps. Got some really new techniques. Been playing around with, actually been playing around with on my tabletop. Man, you're getting plugs today from me like crazy, man. I've been playing around with some of his brushes that make use of a great alpha channel. I came up with a technique the other day in ArtRage to actually use those brushes to dig into the map. All the plugs. Yes, sir. But I found a really cool way to actually dig into the map. No, that mountain range. I got distracted by all the plugs. Yeah. Okay, we're going in here. Down here. Let's move over here. Yeah, we're good there. A lot of farmland and stuff. Maybe Japanese / Greek you do with this map. A lot of island nations. A lot of sea travel. So you have isolation and exploration going on at the same time. Those are really cool for stories. I'm not going to put a north or south on this. So I want to throw this map up on the Ava Novus community and have someone continue on with the landforms. Just for grins. It's an exercise we can do. This area here, I'm just going to put just a couple things. I'm not really obeying any laws of science or any geography. I'm just kind of going for it today. So like that. Oh. Okay, let's hit our islands. Oh yeah, I love Japanese history. I love their art and their culture. Not otaku or anything like that, but I love the traditional. I don't know, maybe I am. Just got done watching Hellsing Ultimate. That's a good anime. Really scary. Well, it's for, yeah. Going on these mountains. No, but got stuck on Japanese. God, I think I was like 15, 16. And on like a cable channel, there was a rerun of oh, I forgot the name of the book. I say it's Shogun, but I don't think that's right. It was a mini series in, I think, the early 80s. Maybe it's Shogun. That got me really attached to Japanese history. And how intrinsic that the nation I'm in, which is the United States, and Japan, how tied together our two nations are. In all honesty, I feel that there's, and this is again my opinion, so take it or leave it. I really can't agree with the United States what they did in colonial Japan. We call it colonial, but you know, the rise of the Meiji era, that kind of thing. The United States, I believe, did some really bad things to Japan. Forced them to be a trading partner and stuff. But enough of my rants about stuff. Okay, what I'm doing right now is I'm just creating little hills with a different brush. Not really hills, but maybe smaller mountain forms. Yeah. Shogun. Yes, that is the book actually. Thank you. Again, if you're new to the stream, welcome. My name's Dan, and we're just making a map in an hour. Got about 10 minutes left. Well, maybe a little longer, depending. All right. Later today, I think that was a good suggestion there. RL. IRL. No, if I'm saying that. Maybe I'm saying that wrong. I'm sorry if I am. Just kind of over there. Pick some canyon areas. So that is a great question. What we're doing in the community, someone, I think it was Tabletop actually, shut up, came up with the idea of, someone had done it. He posted a wonderful picture online about a group of people that they created a map and then handed it off to others. I really dug that. It's a way that the community can build with each other and stuff. So I'm going to pass this on to another person, whoever wants to, and they can create a landform off of it. Maybe first come, first serve. Yeah, we'll put some rules in there. Make sure, if someone gets a... Let's take a look here. Yeah, I'm digging that. It's a lot of mountains. Okay, we're going to color those really quick. Go brush. Choose kind of a different color for the mountains. Gonna run this opacity a little bit higher, but our brush size a little lower. Start hitting the mountains like that. Just running the brush over those. Well, let's go with a little darker. Let's go with that. That's not bad. We'll go with that. Then we'll make the higher areas that nice brown color. But we're mainly sticking to our highest peaks with this brush. We want some, really cool mountains there. And the main object of this is we're just creating a landform. Once we're done with these mountains, we'll start working on our rivers. We got a little high spot right there. Yeah, that's good. Same thing over here. Got a lot of mountains. That's going to be your high spot. Keep that form language. If you guys get a chance, check out, if you're into history at all, There is a little page online. They're called Extra Credit. They do game design, like, actual game, well, electronic game design, video games and stuff. They have a series called Extra History that, in my opinion, is probably one of the greatest. They do some amazing. It's all animated. They don't well. They're just really, really good. They talked about the since I'm on Japan kick right now, apparently they talked about the war with Korea, Nobunaga. They also they did a Byzantine Empire show that was really good. Highly suggest people check that out. Some of this, go up here. And gonna have to start hustling here, because this is kind of a map in an hour challenge. Let's actually zoom out. All right. I actually am gonna probably not make that challenge today. That's fine. Going in, filling these high spots with this color. Maybe spent too much on land, but that's okay too. I'll change these to this color. Just gotta blend some of these mountains in the little mist. There we go. Same thing down here. We're gonna focus on these areas. Opacity is low, so it blends really well. Kind of like those white spots too in there. So now I have that. Then I'll probably go in with the green and fix this, so it's not so brown everywhere. There we go. Down into that. Down into that. All right. Looks like I'm not going to make that map in an hour. Looks like I'm kind of out of practice. That's okay. Now going to go to our water tool. Add some rivers. That's right. You start from the top to the sea. Boy, some mountains just clicking on this. The river tool on Wonderdraft is not my favorite tool, but it definitely gets it done. It's just a little hard to control. It actually creates a river, but it doesn't cut into the map, which is a personal preference on my end. It is not a choice I would make. Just up there a little bit. There we go. Again, just kind of taking some time. We might actually get this done. Get some force in here and call it happy. Okay, if you double click with this tool brush, you can see where I'm clicking on there. If you do that and double click, it actually ends the river. About 5 minutes left. How do I know? Because this music, my streaming music, gotta fix that down there, so we'll get into that. It's exactly an hour long. Not exactly, but you get the idea. Right there. Oops. Double clicked way too much on that. Control Y. Let's mount back. There's that. There's that. Just kind of, you know, having some fun with this at the same time, hurrying a little bit. I don't know, maybe I like rivers too much. Let's come down here. Yeah, I'm not going to make it in an hour, but I'm not going to rush myself on these maps. I'll just put the title in about an hour. So with that, I'm digging that. All right. Let us now go back to our symbols. Go back to our trees. And our ArtRage. We're going to use this tree this time. That's itsy bitsy. Cut something a little bit. How's this guy? That's that. Going to our placement rate, placement density. Just going to go kind of fluffy mountain, fluffy. Really fluffy forests. Yeah, that can make it now. That's okay. That is okay. So honestly, I'd rather have a good looking map than a crappy looking one. That is going to be the end of this live stream. It's like I wasn't able to do it. I might just go for a couple more minutes here. Technically, there wouldn't be a forest up there. Well, let's get rid of that. Bless you. You know, this is just something for people to adventure and have a good old time. And we don't want to cover the mountains. Get too close on those. We're going to keep our forest kind of in the middle of this map. Maybe a couple to the side here. What I'll probably do is I'll share a basic generic map of this on the community site. But this one I'm going to really finish up and look pretty. I think this is going to go up on Drive-Thru RPG for like $3. Shameless plug. Down here. Down here. I don't have my Discord open. Oh, Bunny of Doom, how you doing today? Hope things are going well. Might have to put a password on that. Don't want to, but might have to. Which is just fine. There we go. So, all right, we're going to call it right there. I'm going to continue work on this. Once we're done, I'll post a update video. Show you guys what I did. All right. It's a fun little map. Definitely didn't get done in an hour. But I'm going to keep these broadcasts a little shorter than I have in previously. Now I'm just doing one more tree. Okay, we'll go to maybe go 10 minutes over what we were trying to do, so you guys can see the whole thing. I'm just kind of willy-nilly placing trees that look cool. I'm definitely not doing anything. Not following wind patterns or tectonic patterns. I just sat down and went for it. Wednesday, I'll do a map in an hour using probably maybe Incarnate or ArtRage, depending on what I feel like. That one we will do some. We will do some specific tectonic and weather effects and plating and stuff like that. Get some more there. Right now I'm just kind of dorking around, throwing some trees down wherever I feel like it. Within reason. Get the islands that I neglect, because, you know, they're my islands. Got a tree there I need to get rid of. Yeah, it should be a fun place to adventure in. So like that. Yeah, that's good. I'm digging that. Keep on doing this. And I'll throw a couple map packs out a little later. Get some, yeah. All right. Oh, just these two. Get that done there. Hey, how you doing? Welcome to the channel. You're having a great day. We're actually just wrapping up here. Gonna go just a couple minutes more. You can find this video online, what we went through, who we talked about, our YouTube channel or on Facebook. I will be streaming the rest of this map in about 15 minutes. Once I wrap up this, so you guys can see kind of what I'm doing here. Just give me a 15-minute break because I need to take care of some other stuff. Then we'll jump back in with another stream. This will be our chat stream and, you know, the get to know you stream and everything else. So hang on there. I'll be back soon. This has been Dan with Avant Novus. Thank you so much for coming. Map an hour. We did pretty good there. If you want to look at this map or any others we do, come check us out at Avant Novus on Facebook or on our website, avantnovus.com. We'll post these finished maps or other stuff. Usually I do a map a week. I'll throw it on our Facebook, our website, so you can check it out, grab it. Then I will be taking it down and then putting it on Drive Through RPG for like $3. Again, this is Dan. Thank you so much for coming in, and I hope you have just a splendid day. Let's turn down that a little bit. Hi guys, my name is Dan. I'm with Avant Novus. This is a continuation of our map in 1 hour. I spent a little too much time on the landforms. This is just going to be us finishing this map. Excuse me, all kinds of other stuff like that, and just do some fun stuff. Continue on with what we've been working on. This is primarily for chatting and social. So we are on, well, if you are on anything there, I'll see it. We're on Facebook, Twitch, and also Facebook, Twitch, Mixer, and Facebook, Twitch. I'm having trouble. YouTube. So if you'd like to join us there, we'd love to have you. Okay, let's go ahead and last time on our episode, that's what we're doing. Just going to go in. We're going to finish up this map. We're going to hit a certain point once I'm happy with the forest cover. And we'll save this map a certain way. And then we're going to jump in and we're going to make this map pretty. Add all the neat little things into it. Maybe edit it down in some places a little bit. I'd like that right there. We're going to keep that. Alright, let's just make sure chat is refreshed. Yep, and yep, everything looks good. So away we go. Hold on. Apparently I'm getting a little chop on. No, I'm good. I'm just peachy with the strength of my stream. It says it's a little low on YouTube. Well, yeah. We're just making a map. I want to go all the time. Let's go to our live broadcast. We're going to change the name of this. update all of that. I'm doing pretty good today. How are you doing? How you doing? All right, so we're back into this. I actually generally like Mondays and Tuesdays because you've had a weekend, you're fresh, you're ready to go. Do you like Mondays in that respect? Tuesdays, reality sets in. So okay, let's have a look at that. Let's go with that. All right, let's go ahead and switch up style themes a little bit just to see if there's something else we like. Not black and white. Do not like black and white. So adventure theme. There, black and white theme. Nope. Eastern theme's kind of fun. Feudal. Pretty cool. Paper maps fun. We're doing the pastel. I think we're going to keep on pastel unless... Oh, that's kind of fun. Yeah, let's go with pastel. Don't you know? Yeah, keep pastel. We're going to mess with a couple things here. Oh, I will check that out. Definitely check that out. Let's go ahead and we're going to mess with a couple things here on the themes. I should like that a lot better. On coastlines. Let's do that. That's not bad. No, no, no. See if I can. Oh no, you're fine. Yeah, we just ended one stream and we're starting on to finishing this up. This part of the stream is just me chatting with it. Ooh, I like that. We'll go with the three-tiered. That there. It's kind of cool. I like that. Oh, don't worry about it. Okay, let's start. Far away, you get this radioactive landmass. I don't think I like that. There. Okay, we'll go with that three-tiered. That's not bad. Make sure that land is up. Again, I'm just playing with our Wonderdraft. Just kind of seeing what we get there. Trying to avoid the... Yeah, it's a little... Let's go to a different theme. Go back to our pastel. Yeah, like that. I'm just kind of messing with stuff, guys. Just getting a feel for what I want to do. Not black and white. Yeah, I like that. We'll go with that. All right, cool. Gonna do a little bit more coloring on this now because I really want our mountains to pop a little bit. Oops, wrong tool. And with a darker one, again, opacity down as much as it can. And we're just going to jump in and let's up the opacity. Nope, it's not going to play with us there. Kind of on that. Let's make it a little darker brown. If you are on our Discord server, welcome. If not on there, you can find a link to that once you joined the Avant Novus community. It's going to go with a darker. Don't want to go too dark. Just create that. See if that. We've got kind of a red rock thing going on there. I want it to be a little darker than that. Not red rock. Work on that. Change color. The key with, well, my opinion, with Wonderdraft is keeping your colors constant. It's kind of difficult. Don't mind it, but just kind of get over all these mounts here. And our opacity level. Well, this size map is kind of let's not keep that. Okay. Let us gonna start on the fun stuff. Let's get our find where the big one is. Directional lines, width, and radius. And that's not showing up any good. Not showing up at all. Choose another place to put one of these. Maybe we have another island nation there. It's pretty good. So we have an island nation right about there. Let's say our big world powers, right? Well, one of the bigger world powers right there. Yeah, that's fun. We'll go in threes. Something there too. Okay, cool. Back to our waters. Let's go back to our symbols. Yeah, I don't want to do any layers today. Let's go with. Again, this is the general symbol library. I didn't see these. Wow, they got a lot of new stuff. That's awesome. Well done, Wonderdraft people. Well done. Jeez. I went all out on this. Okay. Good for them. Actually, going to turn on layer management. I turned it off just as quick. So let's go ahead and get into the map. It looks like it's a ruin. Just choosing a style I like. We'll go with this kind of generic one. Make sure it is 40. That's not bad. That's oh, before I do anything, I'm going to save this. Get documents. Throw that on my desktop. Might as well just throw it on there. Document path. Done it there, and then we're going to make a new one here. We're actually going to save a new one right now too. All right. We're just going to do export of this. Give it a second. It's going to make multiple passes. You can do landforms, you can do other things like that. Then we're going to export it one more time. We're just going to normal. Let's do that as a graphic image. Now we're going to go in and mess everything up. Okay, we're going to keep this style because I wonder if there's another style I like better. It's very flat. Yeah, let's go with this one. I like the style right here. Woo. Symbol size. Oh, some big symbols. Okay. It's kind of tilted as I look at it. That's okay. I like that a little better. So maybe a couple forts here. And we'll start adding a city around that. A couple of houses here and there. Just kind of focusing on something that kind of a sprawl that goes away from the city. I already did that there, so let's find another spot for that. That's good. A little tower thing back here. That's all like that. Not too bad. Might be a little small. That's okay. Well, the something I like to do with my maps is definitely get on the detail side of things. This one's for 4K, so let's do this one a little bit differently. Let's do a lot of towers. Let's up this. Kind of a generic city here. Get it again. We're focusing on kind of an urban sprawl. Our cities. Ooh, let's do it. Ooh, that's a tower. Do something like that. Some medieval thing. Those kind of look like they're on an angle. We'll tip it out to see. Okay. Come back over here for another one. We're gonna make this entire island just urban sprawl. It's a little bit bigger. That's good. Looks like that's a combination of everything. Come in here. This will probably be our biggest island. Tower. Oh, I don't know if I like that tower too much. We're just focusing on get something interesting. A little fortress right there. So like that. Well, that's kind of cool. That's actually a little too big almost. Let's keep our size down to 20. There we go. Yeah, it feels better. Put this fortress right there. Back to the old city. Put our city right on the coastline there. This is gonna start as kind of a history of this island. What I'm doing, I'll just write it down someplace else. Start with that. Start with a couple little small places, maybe some keeps or baronies. Then time goes on, and those baronies become towns. Those towns become cities. Those cities merge together. Then after that, it's a matter of everybody's throwing down something here and there, skedaddling, moving, putting their families places that are better to live. Welcome to the stream. I'm Dan. We're just kind of finishing up this map we created in our map in an hour. Let's go back over to this one. I want to put some more stuff on this. That's fun. That's fun. We'll go with that. Back up here. I want this to be, and I'm just throwing shapes down. But kind of keeping a story behind this. Something about Wonderdraft that I just adore is that when we have the keep over there, it knows exactly where to place stuff. Mainly behind mountains. Let's throw a couple of fortresses along the coastlines. We have another fortress over here. These fortresses are going to generally become our cities. And let's say we have a double fortress right there. Why not? Maybe we have a little community right there. Over here, let's put a couple fortresses in this area. Scale it down to, let's go scale that down to 25. There we go. A little city around that. Making sure I'm not using the same thing. Where's our stuff over here? There it is. So we're going to get rid of that guy there. Go back to this guy. We're 25. And we want to have a fortress right there. So whoever lived here was a little didn't like people too much, so had everybody, he or she had everybody build downstream as such. A little church. That's cool. Find our other baronies that place down. Here's a guy here. Looks like something that I don't like is that on some of these symbols, wish there's another key for the scale. Let's go with a different one. I just got a text. This one I need to take. Oh, you're a stutterer. Thank you. From my business partner. Set that down. Smaller. A lot smaller. Let's get this castle there. Wrap this back up to 20. 30. Start plopping down some smaller little houses here. Let's say we're going to have these, big fishing village. Yeah, I like that castle, I'll be honest. No, I don't want that. We'll go another different one. Maybe this is like a shanty town slash. No real government here, just a bunch of people getting by. There we go. Yeah, okay, we gotta go back to that. Because our size, we gotta keep this at 20 to match everything else. Back into everything. Again, we're keeping the theme that this is just a coastal village that maybe, yeah, we'll keep that theme. Just run the entirety of that village down there. That's good. I like that. So here's the side of some of these towns, which is kind of interesting because we're actually following a growth pattern that happened with these. There's some docks here and there. Nope, I'm not gonna use that one. Nope, let's not put that there. Tree don't grow in water, Dan. Put some more stuff down there. There we go. A little bigger urban sprawl. Let's come back to that over here. There we go. We're just kind of developing a story with all these little things going on, which is easy. Gonna put a little convent over here. Not too many lands, just kind of some here and there. Forgot if you hold down Alt, it actually changes the direction of the buildings. So you can really mix it up. There we go. Little city there. All right. Kind of got our big cities. Let's go ahead and add one more thing here. There we go. Maybe put, yeah, I got to put right here. Being very specific how I place these because I want it to look a certain way. Yay! Art got an update. Let's put a lot of fortress right down here. Mix this one up a little. There we go. All right, let's go ahead and we're going to go into throw some borders up. Again, whatever we kind of feel like here. Make it pretty big though. It'll be fun. And I like seeing the map through the borders. Ooh, I like that one a lot. Make this a little browner. I found a lot too. All right. A little border there. Let's get compass row. No, let's control Z out of that. Let's go 300, and I'm gonna play with this a little bit till I get the exact. It's not bad. Okay, now to find a place to put that, we're going over here, right here. We'll get that in the middle of the screen. I believe that's how it pastes. Great. Nope, it's dead set in the middle. Or we can move it. Oh, yes. We can. Okay. Let's get our compass row set. Let's find a good one. It's a fun one. Everything seems just a little tilted. I don't know if that's me or if there's a setting that. Yeah, might be me. Something, some setting I hit that is not kosher. Get another navigation chart off that. All right. There's a map. Very snazzy. Let's mess with the themes a little, because I can. Kind of like that. Don't like the paper. Love the pastel. What about warm? Yeah, no. Let's keep the pastel. Oh, let's go adventure. It's kind of fun. What do you guys think? Yeah, let's go back to the feudal. Let's go back to pastel. All right. Okay. That is not too shabby. Stretch out a little. That's where it does that. All right, now we got that. We're gonna have some fun here. Just gonna import this into ArtRage. Close, save. Yes, we do want to save that. So there's that. Close this out. Yield ArtRage. Image size. Oh, what was it? I think I can't remember the settings of that. Oh, let's go 93. 18.6. Give a second to work on that. Totally not the size we want. Let's go just 11 by 8.5. Okay, we're going to be using the trace feature here. Opacity a little. Canvas setting, we're going to go to green. Drop the opacity to 0. There we go. Then we're just going to trace. Wish I got better than that. I got a little bit of a better idea how to do this. I'm just going to import to layer. Remember where I put this. I've really got to clean up this desktop because it is crazy, crazy, crazy. There we go. I'll just drop that in here. So that gets us swallowed. Close. Very close. I want to get rid of a couple things here. Not good enough. Alarm just went off. Just bust the rest of this out. We'll go 2 nuts with it. Spreads a little crazy. Look at ArtRage. Oops. That. Control D to get out of it. Get on out of that. Get rid of that. One more to go, and then we'll start on this map. Yeah, actually, I want this water area. All right, now I've got a little lake over here. Let's go nail that too. You buddy. Like this because it's getting rid of some of those lines I don't want. That. Oops. Got the wrong there and that one there. Nope. Nope. We're gonna keep that right like it is, and we'll go back in and fix that. Okay, we'll get started on this layer. Log transparency. We're going to be adding our big tubo paint everywhere. Just an oil paint mix. If you're new to the stream, welcome. I'm Dan, and we're now converting a fantasy map. My son's home, so he's watching something on YouTube that's hilarious. Boy, what are you watching? G-Man, what you watching? Yeah, I am, but this is my community stream, so I really don't care. Okay, we're now going to go in and flatten everything. Yeah. Okay, we're back in here. We're just thinning out stuff right now. Just create a nice little base layer. Then we're going to go back, find where the mountains are, use our tracing tool. Just a quick and fun way to convert a map from one program to another. There we go. You guys are doing good. Hope things are going well for everybody. Let's check our Discord server. Oh, we're doing good there. Come in there. There we go. Something down here. Gonna fix a couple little things on this map, like up in the corners. And probably hit those here in a second. Make sure I get the islands. There we go. So now that, cool. Let's go ahead and fix our islands really quick. Unlock the channels. I'll unlock the layer. Honestly, let's get rid of some of this flotsam and jetsam. Trace up. Unlock the layer. Get a pretty wide brush. Just adding a little bit of land there. Come over here, do the same thing up here. Something down here. Go back to lock transparency. Come in with our big tubo paint again. Fix these areas really quick. Just give them the same amount of slabs of paint. Again, ArtRage keeps track of how much you paint in one area, what kind of medium you use in that area, and how high you've painted in that area, which I really like. Get back here, do the same thing. Yay, we're happy. Okay, let's move on. Just for a technique, I'm going to duplicate this. Let's actually go in and let's put a base layer of water in here. I'm going to come back to this layer in a few. Hide this layer really quick. Or just kind of pick about this kind of thing. All right, sweet. Hide this layer. Come in here. Gonna select all the transparencies. Gonna come back to this layer. Control Shift I. The reason I'm doing that, I'll show you a little later. We're gonna make some lower areas there. Gotta fix this. Anyways, we'll go back to our top area. Lock that transparency. We're doing good there. Nope, except right up here. Bad. Let's go and fix that. Actually, what did I just not? I messed something up. Oh, find it later. There we go. It's fun. Okay, let's go ahead now and we're going to bring up our tracing map. The opacity to something good there. We're not going to go in with our big brush again. We're going to limit this to about 150. That's good. I'm going to change the color to something brownish, something that helps us see what's different. And we're just going to, let's drop the opacity down just a touch so I can see what I'm doing. I'm going to start creating the mountains. Again, this is the style I use in other videos. If you have any questions about that, just jump on the YouTube channel, search up what I've done before. Now I'm just realizing, and I'll try this a little later in life, I'm just realizing with Wonderdraft, you can actually export different layers like symbols. And I could technically import all these mountains into a single layer and then use the mountains to create this kind of feel for things, which I think I'd really like. I forgot to do something on the current layer I'm working with. Anytime you're adding mass to an ArtRage picture, go up to, if you're adding more and more mass, going to go up to layer options, blend modes, hit add. That's going to only add the mass, not just keep it, to a maximum degree based on the layer. Very important with this technique. Got any mountains there, got a bunch here. So our tracing's deviating a little, that's fine. Have to be 100%. And we're going from a realistic map from a traditional fantasy map into something a little bit weirder. Also, if you're watching the stream, welcome. Hope your Monday was good. Later today we'll be streaming, probably with no audio, some ZBrush stuff. Down here, down here. What I'm probably going to do is I'm going to start doing my planning out process in Wonderdraft for maps, then taking these maps over to ArtRage, which I'm doing right now. Probably going to put them in a bundle, make them available at avantnovus.com. Down there, back down here. Again, we're just raising areas of the map where creating some height, just adding mass. that. The mountains, yeah, there are mountains on the islands. Alrighty. Alright, let's go ahead and ditch the trace layer for a little bit. Cool. These mountains we're going to go in with our glitter brush. Glitter brush adds a ton of mass very quickly. Go back to down to 100. Oops, it's a little too much mass, a little too quickly. Let's go for our random stuff. We're just going to go back and forth in circular motions, back and forth, just to kind of fill up these. The top part of these little splashes of paint are going to be probably our mountain peaks. Again, we're just adding mass to this. A little more down here, a little more up there. Kind of be consistent on where the layers are. Welcome to the channel. My name's Dan. Just making a map right now. We've made a map in Wonderdraft, and we're just now finishing up another style in ArtRage, just converting it over. Bill, how you doing, sir? Sorry about the confusion on start time. Had an appointment that ran over way too long this morning. But what we're doing, we've made a quick little, I'll show and tell. We made, it's not the most visible here, we made this traditional fantasy map in Wonderdraft. And I'm now taking that, going in and creating some layers there. Recreating it in ArtRage. Then put it online at avanovas.com. So anybody that wants to grab that for a couple days can for free. Then I'm probably going to sell this on Go Through RPG. Maybe if we roll 20. Might even start that. Down here. Something here. There we go. Again, we're just adding mass here. A little later, I'm going to be doing, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to do the top of this map first, then save it to a height map. I'm going to flatten this and do the ocean and save that to a height map, and then combine the two. Then we'll use those to create a 3D map and 3D print it out. Again, right now all I'm doing is just adding mass to the, from lower to higher. We'll go in this and blend it out here in a second. There we go. All right, kind of got that done. Let's go in and blend stuff out. Drop some pressure and softness. I'm doing okay. I'm doing pretty good for a Monday. Again, I'm blurring this out so I get a little bit more consistent blend. Because I don't want everything to look like, you know, giant mesas everywhere. So what I'm doing is I'm kind of normalizing the height of all that paint with this blur tool. At some point, I will save this map and then play with some other stuff. But right now, I'm doing this like I've done all my other ones, so I can get this done. Then I'm going to experiment with some alpha brushes, some height map brushes. But this is going to be the style I use all the time. Just adds up to everybody. The reason for that is this style I can reproduce anytime I want in any place I want. Okay. I'm just using the basic tools that come with ArtRage, nothing fancy or custom brushes. All right, we got there. Let's go ahead and we're going to go to our harsh chaos. Going to drop the pressure down though. I'm about 250 on this. We're just gently going to blend all these down. Just back and forth so it fills up all the little area. I will be recoloring the whole thing, so fret not. Just creating a high point on the map. It's not one of our big world maps, so we got these cool hills and areas. I want to keep kind of those. Again, just back and forth. Spread that mass around. Same thing up here, more mass. Same thing over here, more mass. I've been experimenting with some actual height map brushes. It's kind of different in ArtRage because the brushes, the quote-unquote brushes, act differently than like in other programs like Photoshop, because it's actually, they're programming not only the shape of the brush, you're programming the material that's going down, and you're programming the amount of material and the alpha of the material, well, the general alpha of the material. Oh, some freeze. Nope, we're good. But like I said before, once I get done with this map, it's probably going to leave YouTube. It'll stay on, I'll remove it from Facebook so people aren't crawling with notifications. Not even turn our big streams off on Facebook. Had a couple people that didn't like their feed being filled up with everything I did on I Don't Notice. Don't blame them. I'm just going to run this brush here. Just create some slopes. Then you can even those out. There we go. Getting some stuff done here I like. All right. Cool. We got our high spots on the map. Again, the high spots on these would represent about a mile up. We'll use that for our alpha, and then we're going to start adding mass from the mountains. We're also going to pull, let me bring up our trace. Going to try and pull to keep in congruity with that Wonderdraft map. Some of these mountain areas I'm going to pull down. Once those are pulled down, I'll go back and fix them so they're spread out a little better. All right. That's a great question. I'm actually, any map that I create on the channel, I use someone from Mixer just asked about my licensing. I go the extra mile and I purchase any commercial licenses with anything I do. But the simple fact is, I want to make sure that developers and creators, first of all, get the money that they're owed. Secondly, I don't get any takedowns on videos that I do. It's kind of important to me. And I just want to be honest with people, exactly what I'm doing. We're up in here, up in here. Again, keep on working here. Keep on pulling back these high areas to match the mountains that we put on this map. Yeah, this area too. Yeah, you see? We had a little bit of mounts on this one, so this is what I check. Okay, let's have a look at that. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Go and smooth some of these coastal areas down. Keep that texture in there because we're going to start on the mountains next. There we go. One brush to rule them all. Playing around with some other brushes, some other little fun things. I'm going to experiment once we're done with this map, some alphas. There we go. Mr. B, howdy, welcome to the stream. Good to see you today. Just let you know what we're doing. We've already made a map in, I'll show you what we made. We made this map in Wonderdraft. And we're now going into ArtRage and creating it. A quote unquote realistic map. Whole concept behind these realistic maps that people actually really like, I'm kind of surprised, thought it was just a me thing, is that if you're in a world of like airships and sorcery and stuff like that, you're going to draw what you see. So why not shoot a scrying ball or shoot a apprentice up into the stratosphere, have them take a couple of images and other things like that. All right, got our high parts there. I was actually looking pretty happy. Okay, let's go down here. We're going to color everything now. Just real quick to make sure we have a consistency of color here. Let's go a little darker. Get something else. It's kind of a weird effect going on there. Why is it doing that? No, I should. Oh, do we have another? Yeah, we have a sneaky little alpha around. That sucks. Absolutely bizarre. Just want to check out what's going on. Oh well. I'll fix it later. There's some data left over. Let's go ahead and fix that right now on this map, if there is indeed something going on. Let's go down to here. No, we're still getting that weird. I don't know what's causing that. Well, I kind of like it, but at the same time, if I'm coloring, I actually really don't like that. That's weird. Let's multiply. Screen. Looks like there's some residual data creeping around that I wasn't aware of. That's okay. Yeah, what is that? It's so bizarre. It's kind of this cool little, I'm getting kind of a cool effect that I like, but no idea why I'm getting mass there. I shouldn't be getting mass there. Oh well, we'll deal with it accordingly. So weird. There's nothing wrong with ArtRage. Does anybody know if they just put out an update? Yeah, I didn't see one either. Gonna have to fill this, go in and see kind of what's going on. So I'm entirely not sure. I don't think it's a layer issue. My first guess is, oh, hold on, let's find out really quick. Because since I'm in a locked layer right now, it shouldn't be spreading to any other layers. I think it is. Let's find out which that layer is. It might be this one here. That's my big guess. Okay. Double check that. Nope, it's not that. It's still doing that. Here's this bottom layer. Yeah, see how I'm getting that little. Don't know why I'm getting that. It's definitely the layer I'm working on. But I don't want to start over. Definitely not going to release this map on anything because there's stuff I don't know going on. I think because we imported this, the actual layer itself from Wonderdraft, there's some kind of residual data. That's my guess that I'm not really too sure where's it's coming from. Huh. Oh, probably the reason you did on this one, I started the stream over. The stream I do, I'm just going to keep that map in our stream how it is. But I'm going to start over the stream once I get that done for like, I'm just trying it out for you guys mainly. Yeah, just kind of bizarre. Thing is, when I run the brush over it again, it collapses the. Let me try something here. Maybe it's in our. Yeah, you can actually see it right there. Okay, we'll go back to that. Okay, pop this out. It's either the program or me. Oh, that's what's going on. That's weird. Okay, so the blend style I was using initially on this was the replace style. I'm not 100% sure why it's doing this, but I was trying to cut this in. Anything details, we're just kind of increasing the alpha on. I need to look at this though, because I get all this weird stuff right there. And I actually deleted any pixels or any data on it previously. I've done it a couple times. It looks like on this layer option, it is. Yeah, so there's something wrong with that. That specific layer option with a specific map imported from Wonderdraft. So it looks like it when I brought the map in, I deleted the main brown color first, the main bluish color, and then I went in and it looks like that bluish color, the data from that, the first color deletion's not there, but the second deletion, I went in with something else, is definitely there. So I'm guessing, actually, just got a bad feeling about something. Let's go ahead and I'm just gonna try something out really quick. Oh, bad feeling averted. That is definitely not what's going on. Nice gray layer under stuff will definitely show any colors you put into it. Yeah, so there's something going on between the replace layer option with ArtRage, and let's turn the pressure on that down a lot more. Oh, I added, no, I didn't add metallic into that. You know what, Bill? I'll try that. I don't think it's going to make, yeah, we'll give it a try though. It's totally, sorry about your ears, guys. Oh, did I just save that as a PNG? No. Okay, saved. I'm going to close ArtRage, open it back up, and see what else is. But I'm not getting that same effect on the other blend styles. I really shouldn't be doing that. Oops, not the eraser side of things. Wonder if that did it. Nope, there it is. It is still there. Yeah, it's residual data. That's definitely not. I'm just wondering if it had to do with the import or the clearing. I'm going to try play with that a little bit. Yeah, there. See that? Just this weird little texture that's popping up. But I bet you it's matching the second time I deleted stuff. Because I actually took this layer and put it into... I selected and then deleted some stuff in it. So I bet you anything that's what's going on. That exact problem when you try to... What am I doing with this color? No one likes that color. Oh, great. Now I have to redo a bunch of stuff. There we go. So we'll do basic outlines here. Granted, this is all going to change here in a few seconds when we start on the mountains. Yeah, no, definitely agree with you there, Bill. But that is I've been using ArtRage for the last like 3-4 years for various projects, and I've never seen that before. So I'm guessing it's a combination of that blend combined with Wonderdraft. Just something floating in there that ArtRage doesn't like in this specific blend mode. Which makes, ArtRage is kind of a niche product. Great, well, sort of niche. Definitely niche for what I'm doing with it. Okay. Let's go ahead and start adding some mountains. Go in here. Their options. Blend mode. I can find this. Actually, let's try the blend mode as a different thing. I want to see if it's present in a couple other things. Okay, it's definitely not on that or on maximum. Definitely getting color. Might also be a tool setting. I don't know. I just put in a bug report or something. Maybe that's what it's. Okay. Definitely not entirely sure what WTF is going on there, so. Oh, sorry about that. All right. Let's go ahead and throw some mountains down. We're going 25. Going up to our square brush. Letter size is fine. There we go. Go back with our gray mountain area, gray color. Gonna up this to about 25%. Gonna bring up our overlay so we see exactly where the mountains are on our previous map. And we're just gonna go for it. Little mountain valleys. Gonna jump into the previous stream because I had some really cool ideas about this. It's kind of like Greek, Roman little thing going on here. I want to be consistent with these mountain ranges. We're going to mix them up. A little later today, I'm going to play with those alpha brushes from Tabletop. Putting me on to see if those work. A couple ways I like to approach this map. Used it on that Badlands map. I got frustrated with it, then just played for it with about an hour, 2 hours. And I found a really cool way to use those alphas. And let's see if I can do it on this one. Again, following where our mountains are. We're a little offset because the sizes, I didn't properly size this, but I just have to go in and stretch it a little bit once it's done. But I don't want to stretch it right now. There we go. A couple more of these. I'm actually using a service. Great question. I'm using a service called Restream. That's free to use unless you get a specific type of channel. And sometimes I have a little bit of a hard time with how it works because it is streaming. You give it your data, your streaming data to that service, and then it streams to all your other services. However, it sometimes has a bad habit of getting kind of pissy. Meaning, I'll be in some streams and they'll like dither or restart. I'll be honest, a lot of times that's myself. Last night I was doing an update to the channel, and first one I hit play, second one, yeah, I had some problems with Restream there. Hey, Mr. B, welcome back. There we go. Keep a little cool little valley there. Maybe refugees have gone in there. Maybe we have a shanty town. Maybe like some Pompeii thing has had hit. Again, we're just adding mass, constantly adding mass to where the mountains are. Then we'll go in and we'll shape these. Almost tempted to backtrack this to see if we get just the pair stuff, go from ArtRage into Wonderdraft. I think that might actually be a little more effective now that I'm thinking about it. Because that way I'm not dealing with physics, physics program or anything like that. I am going to be putting some videos up. There's been some. I forgot that I had gotten some dungeon pinging software a while back, so I'm going to check those out. Maybe review some of them. Maybe do a live tutorial. You know, maybe a live. Hey, look what it can do. It's kind of like the format of showing what it can do versus an opinion piece on it, because people making up their own mind on stuff, that's good stuff in my opinion. But I definitely need to be a lot more familiar with it. My wife is actually checking the ArtRage forums right now, seeing what is going on with that layer. They did release a patch. Sorry, I got a lot of people on Twitch right now. Welcome, guys. They did release a patch for ArtRage a while ago, like a couple months ago. I guess that's a while in software terms. So I'm wondering if there was an issue with that they hadn't seen. I don't know if it's an issue at all or if it's a feat. Well, it's an issue because it's definitely not behaving, but it's probably not an issue with ArtRage. Probably just some random data in Wonderdraft. I think it's, well, it might be a combination of two. Not really sure. I know how to reproduce it though, so we'll get into that. My wife is actually a software quality manager for a rental company. I'm not going to use their name because I don't got a lot of respect for them, but they're not part of my channel or haven't given me permission, and I don't want it to affect my wife. She's developing. She works on developing software, coordinating the different design teams throughout all through the globe. They have some of the best designers, some of the best software programmers. Well done. That's good news. Well done. But yeah, she does a lot of software for a. It's a software program. It's actually the software one of the like two of them that you actually can pay your bills online for like rental properties or other properties or manage them online. Heaven forbid. And she's in charge of all the app integration and the web integration and stuff like that. If that answers that question. That I'm not going to disclose because that's between her and the company. If it was my yearly wage, I wouldn't care. Right now, what I'm doing is pretty much for free and because I like it. It also is, we got our Ava Novus off the ground business-wise last October. And we're making a little bit of money. I mean, it's just nickel and dimes. From just like drive-through RPG, support us, and other things like that. We're probably going to branch out to other like Roll20. Because I checked out that software the other day. Man, I fell in love with that software really fast. We're actually going to use that for our beta testing for a role-playing game. It's technically closed beta test, but we'll probably open it up here in about a couple weeks. Mr. B, welcome back, sir. Already said that. Yep, said that a while ago. I'm sorry. Afraid I missed something. I've got like 3 chat panels open and it's just kind of crazy. All right, there we go. Let's have a look at that. I think we got them all. Just go kind of jump between the two. This makes you sick. I'm sorry. Okay, we need to come in and some more here. Yes, I actually used a program called Wonderdraft. It's a beautiful little program. I created the image first, and I just imported the layer into this. Hold on, we got maybe an issue up here. A little bit. So let's go ahead and fix that. Just gonna put some mountains. Make sure I got them all right there. Yeah, there we go. All right. And again, this is a little bit on the stylistic side, semi-realistic. Had a really interesting stream. I think it was on Wednesday. We did a Badlands map. Got a lot of wonderful critiques on it, ways that we can improve it. Played around with that and found a very cool little, using alpha channels in ArtRage and the different blend modes at the maximum min, and using kind of a, well, I learned a lot about ArtRage and some of the features. There's actually, it's kind of hard to find and not the easiest thing to work with. They do have a masking that I used with that. Yeah, I definitely agree with you. I definitely agree with you that the little role-playing games are fun. One of my favorite. Now, granted, it wasn't a little role-playing game. It just never. It didn't get that big, and the company that made it just said, "Oh, we're done." But one of my favorite role-playing games ever was called Earth Dawn. It was done by the same guys that did Shadowrun, but their business kind of collapsed, so they discontinued Earth Dawn and sold it to some other little mom and pop companies. But it had to do. It's like 10,000 years before Shadowrun, and I absolutely adore that game. It's like 16 years old, 17, 18 when that came out. Way back in the back one. Holy cow, that is the back one. All right. Gonna bring this down about 10%. 18%. Gonna zoom in a little. Got a feeling I'm just gonna save this painting really quick. It's gonna take a lot of time because it actually is saving 5 or 6 different layers per layer. Yeah, Earth Down. I actually have all the books still just in this bookcase behind me, and I've been playing it with the kids. The original first edition that FASA did, they didn't do any other editions. Yeah, there are some things that were a little broke, but the setting was amazing. Because they got the senior staff of Shadowrun to write that. It was freaking brilliant. As you can see with this, if you've never seen this before, I'm actually making mountain ridges. Then we'll go in with a couple of different brushes, and we're actually going to carve these out. It's not compared to some stuff we've developed in the last, we meaning me and honestly the community after that Wednesday stream, which is awesome. Some of the alpha trains, DLM publishing. Let's see. It was actually FASA, FASA, that originally created uh, Shadowrun, BattleTech, and Earthdawn. Which is, you know, Earthdawn was kind of a little foray into the fantasy, their version of the fantasy setting. And for those that haven't ever played it, the basic idea was as the magic levels in the world rised, kind of like in Shadowrun, you get all kinds of different races. However, at a certain point, it peaks, and these horrible creatures from really nasty dimension inside the astral plane would come, kill everything, feed on hope and happiness and joy, cause pain, really nasty stuff that go on for about 1,000 years or so, maybe 100 years. Not, I gotta go back and look at that. Humanity and elf kind and dwarf kind hid or made magical barriers, and the world's pretty messed up, and they come out of it. It's good stuff. It's really good stuff. Okay, just double checking that I got all the fuzzies. I know that we got our mountain. The peaks of our mountains, we're actually going to make the ranges. This process does kill some texture on some of the other stuff, but we'll just add it back in. Okay, let's go Harsh Chaos. Our initial one's going to be Harsh Chaos at about, let's go 250 on this. Let's go a little less. Let's go 175. The other map I've done on the live stream is a lot bigger than this. I'm just going to run our brush near these mounts like that. I'm using my mouse right now because I'm going to get a consistent blend of this. Actually, let's try something different. I'm just going to run my stylus and see what we get. Because the click of the mouse is driving me nuts, and I don't want to deal with it today. Actually getting something kind of cool there. Do I like that better? Yeah, actually kind of like that better. We will go in and detail it a little bit more. But we're basically carbon paint off this. I got the 2nd and 5th editions just to look at it. Since we're doing an RPG of our own with our own unique system, we just want to make sure that we want something unique, and it's a unique. So I just checked Earthdawn out, mainly because I wanted to see where it's going. 5th edition is pretty nice. Again, it's based off of 3.5 edition of D&D, but it's solved a lot of problems with the math they had in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd edition. Get some little mountains there. We'll go in and fix these up a little bit, cut out the valleys. I'm kind of liking this. We're just gonna bust this out. Got some taller mountains that I don't want in this, but we'll do those in a second. I wasn't either. I really loved when 3.5 came out because of the art. The game style, it definitely wasn't 2.5, but it made it a lot more streamlined compared to 2.5, which I really thought was better for players. Played that. There's some issues with it. Then 3.5 came out, and that was some good stuff. I felt that they kind of shot themselves in the foot because they made an open license out of both 3.0 and 3.5. And that was good for the the consumer because a lot more companies like Pathfinder came out, or Posio, or whatever they call it. But I digress. Your 5th edition's really good. Yeah, 2nd edition was. I liked 2.5 advanced, the D&D 2.5, because it was just absolutely insane. Of course, you could make a character into a virtual murder machine by making him like give him agoraphobia and a fear of snakes. Bring their Thaco up to, well, down to insane levels. Or however, yeah, Thaco higher value. That's right. So Thaco up. I know. I've seen some people playing 2.5. There's a video I love, and it's called the oh, I forgot its name. I'll show you a video here. Maybe, well, people are cool with that. It's like the spell book, something spell book. That they teach you ways to just be the amazing spellcaster in 5.0. Oh, really? Mm. I just need to get behind and play it. Someone, for those of you in Twitch that are here, someone mentioned that that 5.0 caters to the card game. All right. I know when 4.0 came, I took a look at that and instantly put it down and went to play Warcraft. World of Warcraft, because pretty much it was a MMO simulator, and I'd rather not have to do the math if I have something like Warcraft available. All right, let's have a look at that. Missed a spot, missed a couple spots. Then we're going to go in and normalize the textures, make the textures so it's not like the same texture throughout. We're going to keep the texture for the mountains, but in the valleys and stuff, we're gonna do a bunch more different things. Try to break up the. I do get kind of a shiny look, but that's from the lighting. I did check online. There's a question if we could change the lighting dimensions. The answer is no. However, you can take the alpha channel and export it out of ArtRage, and you can place it into Photoshop and then change the light direction on that, overlay it, and boom, you got a different lighting direction. But I kind of don't like programs you have to go back and forth to do just one thing. That's why I liked ArtRage so much, because for what it does really well. But like the filters in it, I don't like the filters. I wish I could change if I could change the direction of lighting in this would be the greatest program ever. Well, not the greatest, but get my Adobe subscription now. All right. Anything else? Let's go ahead and, just for the sake of it, I'm gonna run this brush up at 250 on these bigger maps. Oh, let's go 300. Just gonna go in near the mountains, not really close to them. On some of these, make them a little rougher. Just doing little taps. Bring that mass of paint down for hills, sub-mountains. I am on the stylus. Usually I don't use a stylus, but I found that I get a lot more consistent, well, a lot more variable when it comes to textures on the ground. And then we see we already have those couple of spools off. Little burrs of mountains coming off. There we go. There's a Pathfinder 2nd edition coming out. I wasn't aware of that. Do they have any previews up? Ooh, How does the community feel about that? Really? I didn't know that. I need to go check that out. Does it use the D20 system? Well, technically action based on D20. Okay. Whew. Cool. Very cool. Second edition. Because I have all the Pathfinder core books up until 2014, 15. I'll have to go check on that. Again, little taps if you can hear it through the mic. Is just spreading the mass around, defining stuff. Oh no. Okay, now I'm really intrigued. Because I get opinions from people like they either love 5th edition or they want to take it outside and burn it at a stake. I know there's kind of a movement out there to bring back like old school tabletop RPGs. So I think GURPS is actually selling again a lot. So that's interesting. Yeah, I love GURPS. That was convoluted as heck. All right, let's have a look at that. Good. Good. We're getting there. He's getting there. Again, this map I'm not going to rush. I'm taking my time. All right, now we can go in and we're going to bust this area up with mass constant pressure in areas, especially near the rivers. Yeah, as a game company, needs. I think there's well, D&D, of course, it was TSR was bought by Hasbro. I know there was they needed to make a new edition that was more relevant, which I agree with. I agreed with their choice. But if you have an IP, the reason it pissed so many people off is they deviated so hard from it in third edition, refined it in 5th edition, and then deviated again in 4th edition. So, kind of a branding thing they needed to keep up. But again, just my 2 cents on that. I don't claim to be a marketing expert. Heaven knows with my YouTube numbers, I'm not. At least I try, right? But yeah, we just for the sake of it, we've been trying to me and Andrew and my wife have been trying to look at why we're not getting hits on YouTube. Part of it's because of long streams, part because we don't use part of it's long streams, part of it's we don't use Photoshop. That's a little bit of it. We're using kind of a program that the individuals that use it, they're looking for really advanced tutorials like, and maybe I'll do some like that on our Facebook page. I put that giant worm that I did in ArtRage. All right. Okay, there we go. Okay, we're gonna change stuff around. We're going to hard wet blend. We're going to go about 250 on this, and we are just going to drop pressure down. Come in here, and we're going to these areas down here. We're going to divot right there. Gotta fix that. We're going to use to break the mountains up. You see, you're like right there. gives us a little bit more consistent feeling on where the mountains are. Also, we're going to use this on some of the mountains to separate them, so it's not just this long chain. Especially in this, I don't think with this map, it's the area is not congruent to that. All right. Once I'm relatively done with this and kind of colored it just a little, I'm going to import some of the Tabletop RPG's brushes in there and show you what I've been doing with those. Of course, again, with that weird data from Wonderdraft, it'd be kind of interesting to see what that happens with that. Yeah, maybe that's why I like 3.5 so much, is the tactical. Again, story based, you can pretty much do that on any system. You can kind of pull back the combat like with D&D, but the combat system, I like the combat system. Good grief, I actually like Warhammer 4th edition. That should tell you a little bit about. Okay, we're now going to move to a different brush. We're going to go frost spots. Going to keep this about, let's go about 200%. I'm just going to run this in places. This is a brush you do not want to dab because you get these crazy little things like that. We're going to run this brush over some of this area. Not the full thing, just some of it. Here's some of these mountains or areas. Got a little variance in the kind of the hill feel on the hills. Because we're chiseled out some places like right here, we're getting because of the depth of the paint, it's creating a nice little addition to the textures. Yeah, I'd love to. I actually probably, once I'm done with this, which is going to be pretty soon. Do you have time or? Bill, I would. I'm just a little bit worried that if I plug it here, it's gonna like blow up. Let me give about a week on that, and we'll see. Because I'm kind of waiting to see what the new like tips for the algorithm have done. Okay, sweet. I'll get done here fast. Well, not fast, but I'll take about a half hour more at the very most. Well, at the very most. And I appreciate the help. Oh, master of maps in YouTube. Again, guys, gonna shout out if you're watching this video either on stream or in passing. Please go check out onlinetabletop.com. I just joined the Patreon myself. I'm not getting any financial kickback on this, but totally, completely worth $5 or $10, or how much you want to contribute. Completely worth that. You need to go. Please check that out. I can't stress that enough. Especially we're actually going to use some of your tokens in with your permission, of course, in our beta play. We might actually be starting to publish those online, if you're cool with that, of course. Oh, I have an issue right there. Got to fix that. Oh. Again, I'm going in, and you notice once I blur stuff, it's gonna really picking up some cool little hill details on this map. And then I might in stuff that looks a little too evened out. I might just go in and mess that up a little bit. Also running the brush on some of these mountains, on some of these higher peaks to get a feel for stuff. Yeah, islands need love. Freaking islands. All right, there we go. Okay. So now I'm going to go back to Harsh Chaos, turn this up to 11, put that at 400%, put the fall off about right there. And with my stylus, I'm just going to run this a little bit, again, across the coastline. So those hills remain a little bit near the mountains. Some of these islands, some of these little areas, I'm not going to do that because it's a nice little different texture. Like right here, same thing. Just kind of reach up in there. I don't think I'm going to color this map today. I think that's going to be another day. Because I've been doing maps since 11 Pacific time. 11:30 Pacific time, so my bad. Well, technically real life's bad. Appointments and all. Alright. Let's have a look at that. Alright, we've got a nice good elevation on that. I'll come in and paint. I'll paint this on a later stream. Oh, kind of screwed that up, but whatever. Oh, I just want to show one thing. This is kind of the thing I've been dorking around with lately. And I also used this up top. Yeah. I used this the other day and I got a really pretty cool. Let's bring that down a little. These brushes I want to control very selectly. So I should go a little bit up. And these brushes were provided by Online Tabletop for us to use. I guess that's kind of a monetary thing. Like in different areas, like on peaks, I'm going to use the same brush. I've got a random rotate on it, and then I'll fill in some other stuff. Now this is going to destroy a lot of some of the, a couple of things of detail, but I really don't care. We'll just go in and mix this up here and there. Oh, don't want to go too many different areas. I will be deleting the extra paint. I do it at a different color so I can actually see what the heck's going on with it and where I'm placing it. But how I did the Badlands things, I did multiple passes and multiple layers with these brushes. And then I increased the mass. Well, I locked the channel and then put mass into it. So, okay, we got some cool stuff there. Move back down to here. Gonna turn off everything but this layer. Oops, get rid of that layer too. Go away and never return. Well, we're gonna return. Select the transparency off this. Go back to yield, whatever here. Hit delete, get rid of anything that's not supposed to be there. Control D does. We're going to lock this transparency, switch over to that brownish color that we used for mounds. Let's go with that. And then we go to this. Layer options, blend mode, add. Here's the size of the glitter to about, let's go 250 for this demonstration. And I really gently paint these alphas in. And it creates this real realistic. Again, you'd have to do this on all where the mountains were because you can see there's a little bit of a. I'll zoom in to show everybody this in a second. You got one style of mountains, then you got these super realistic. So it's a combination of the two. I think I got them all. Let's just make sure. But yeah, you get this kind of detail that looks pretty freaking amazing. Freaking, yeah, I see that a lot. And then we're gonna merge this down. Alt Control down. It's gonna change these a little bit. I'm not gonna get too scared of that. Not too much. And then we're gonna take our. I will get you a lava world, Bill, one day. Or I'll just string along, you know, week after week, month after month, just to get the views. Okay, turn down the softness to nothing, and I'm just going in to make it a little consistent with the other map. I'm running a blur over it. And you get this kind of image, you get this kind of look with it, and I just dig that. I absolutely love that. Now, just for clarity's sake, I won't, with these textures, I won't be doing anything with these because it's not like my other maps that people are used to, so I won't be selling it on, I won't be selling this specific with this specific technique because, yeah, I want people to go buy tabletops brushes. But again, little light blur, we're getting this thing I really dig. All right, with locked transparency, to kind of show you a little bit more of the detail, I'm just going to run a kind of a colored green brush over everything. So it standardizes everything. But you can kind of see, well, you definitely can see a little bit of the difference between my mountain technique and these realistic brushes. But then it's going in and blending them because I just absolutely love that office. You're done good, Mr. Tabletop. That's not your real name, but I'm going to use Tabletop RPG because plugs. There we go. Yes, it's a combination of this and another one. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. I basically take data off this map, turn it upside down, and create another alpha layer. But you can see the detail I'm getting. These rivers are from Wonderdraft. They're like great canyons compared to the resolution of these, but you can kind of see right here that alpha there. And if we really wanted to get adventurous, we can go with again, oops, grab our harsh chaos, which I use way too much. The alpha that Tabletop's created is really helping me break an old mold and making some, you know, when you're doing any type of art project or anything with a creative, you have to break your mold. You have to experiment things and push yourselves into a very uncomfortable spot. I'll be honest, last week I got really frustrated at that map. I was ticked that it wasn't going right, but with critiques, especially from this audience in our chat, I went in and, you know, dug down, and it came out with a really great end product. I liked it a lot. But again, combining the two styles, I'm just adding a little harsh chaos brush into those alphas. You're getting stuff like that. Like right here, same thing. There you go. There you go. So yeah, zoom in on here. You're getting very cool mountains. Technically, they're not. If you do it right, you get stuff like this that flow like your actual mountain. Right here in this area, definitely doesn't. So we're gonna fix that. There we go. Yeah, that map turned out well. I was very impressed with that map, and impressed because it was very much a group effort versus a Dan effort. Got some really awesome feedback. Got some awesome critiques. Thank you guys for that. So this is like one of the steps into the thing I just did. We're going to then take this alpha layer. I'll show it otherwise. Oh yeah, no. Constructive critiques, you live and die off that. And I think a hard time is people nowadays, or people in general, don't get what how to do that correctly, or how to express a critique. Usually I think the internet culture that is prevalent right now has created situations where you go in with your opinion, you ram it down in someone's throat, and if they like it or don't like it, that's not your problem. A critique is you go into something and say, okay, this is what's working for me, this is what's not working for me, a couple recommendations, a couple things I like, try this, try that. Here's some resources that you can use. Take a look at that. And it's definitely, if it's done right, again, that's a very big generalization, you get a much better process. I'll show that to you later. I'll show that to you later. I need to talk to Tabletop really quick. I'll probably do it. I'll probably do this technique and let me see. I might do a surprise stream. I don't want to promise anything, but you will see it on the Facebook page when I do it, and I'll definitely draw attention to it, Bill, because you were the one, you and online helped me really develop that, and and like Lucas and also Andrew. My business partner is very, very, with me anyways, he's very blunt, and he knows how I need to be critiqued. And he kind of has special permission to hit me over the head if I need to be, which I don't mind at all. Okay, guys, I'm going to end the stream there. That's great. I'm going to jump in Discord really quick if you guys want to talk. But I'm going to end the stream there. 10 out of 4. 10-4. Okay. I thought you were judging this map as 10-4. I was like, okay, what can I do better? No. I'll jump in the Discord, say hi to you guys, and we'll call it there. If you're watching this on Facebook, Twitch, anywhere else, this is going to be this stream is going to be a different spot. Here, we'll turn on my camera and I can make reaction stuff. Oh my gosh, someone breathed. I'll just throw this up on YouTube. I'm going to put it in a different place than the other little videos I do, just because this is more a social, kind of a social thing. Where in that map in an hour is more of a demonstration of what software can do and my process using that. Guys, if you're online with us, it's been a pleasure. I'm going to jump over in our Discord server. Hope you have a wonderful day, and you'll definitely see me on time at 11 a.m. Pacific time on Wednesday. Thanks a lot, and have a great day.